We are going to talk about something that's going to absolutely help you. It is the winning mindset. Have you ever noticed just some people just seem to be successful? And no matter what they're doing, they focus, they just get it done, right? It could be a tough time, they could have the odds stacked against them, but they just always seem to figure it out, to move forward, right? To be successful. And it really doesn't matter what the situation is, they always find a way. All right, that's what we're gonna get into today. So the very first thing that one of the keys to mastering this and really improving is you got to take extreme ownership, right? This is where you take 100% of the responsibility, good or bad, is upon yourself, right? There's not saying, well, it's a tough market, the market's slow. You got to be thinking, well, what can I do to create more opportunities in that? When you take that ownership, you're going to take control and you're going to take control of the results. And what you're going to do is you're going to find out what works in that particular market, right? So if it's sales, if we're saying, oh, this is a hard time right now, not I'm not saying that you're not correct. It could be an increased difficulty level, but we're going to still find things that will work. We're going to find some areas to be successful and we're going to take 100% responsibility. We're not going to blame it on all these other factors that may or may not contribute to the difficulty level. That's fine. We're still going to find the way to win in it regardless. The next thing that you need is action over perfection. This one's big. Winners generally they move fast and they're going to adjust later, right? They're going to take that action. We don't have to get it perfect, as I talked about in other videos. We just want good enough, and then we're going to improve along the way. Progress will beat perfection every single time. So whatever you're thinking of, go ahead and just start, right? I don't care if you're not completely ready for it. You're going to learn on as you go. Action will trump that over time, over being perfect, just like these videos. There's so much I can improve on these. I know. And if you're getting any value of it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell, right? Comment on things that you've taken action and had some wins rather than just waiting for it to be perfect. But I'm telling you, when you do that, you're going to win much faster. You're going to get that right mindset that you need. Okay, the next thing is resilience. Setbacks are data, they're not defeat, right? We're going to try things. We're not always going to be successful, but we're going to get every top performer. The mindset is, yeah, I'm going to get some rejection. I know going in, I know when I was coaching people and calling, say, hey, don't worry about it. Just make the calls. Don't worry about the success or failure yet, right? Or the rejection. We want to get the habit of this is what we do every day. So there's going to be some tough days, right? There's going to be failure. There's going to be rejection. Winners, the difference is you just keep going. We go when others stop. They don't want to do it, right? They don't want to because it's harder. We don't want to get that feeling again, but see, you'll overcome that and you'll improve and you're going to get that success as you just keep going. So you got to be resilient. Do not stop, right? That definitely sets it back. The other thing is the winning mindset is you're going to think in long term, right? You're not going to think of just today or this moment that we're going to have success over a period of time because we're willing to do the things that if we looked at it from an objective perspective, that it would be unreasonable for you not to have success. When I see all of the things someone is doing, I go, you're going to have success. Just keep going. If you're putting out that much effort and you're improving and you're doing everything that would seem absolutely unreasonable for you not to have success, then you're going to have success. So think of it in the long term, right? We're going to build these habits that we're doing every day, and it's going to just slowly compound, and we're going to win. Don't think of it as just this one day that you had a bad day and you feel like quitting and stopping and you're done. No, you got to keep going, and you think of it over time. You're going to win, and you're going to do it in an unreasonable amount. Where, of course, everyone looking back will go, "Yeah, of course that person was super successful. Look at the stuff they did. Look at what they built." Right? So don't think in the short term. Have that long-term thinking. It's going to be huge over time. Okay. Next one is got to be discipline over just motivation. Okay. Motivation fades. It can be temporary. I can't tell you how many times where I get super excited about something and then after a week it fades and I want to quit, right? Or I'm not getting the success I want. It happens all the time. You know, things start slowly. Just like this YouTube channel, one day it's going to be huge, right? But right now it's a slow grind and it's okay. I'm in the long game, right? Business success. I'm just going to keep reaching out, keep getting chances every day, right? If I'm getting those 10, 15, 20, 25 conversations, I'm going to win over time. Even when the motivation fades, that the discipline, if I can do it every day and be consistent, that's permanent. You're going to build. And winners always do this. They do it when we don't feel like it, right? I cannot tell you how many times where I just do something every single day, if it's calling, if it's making the content, if it's reaching out, if it's having the conversations, right? Going to the gym, whatever it is, you just keep going, right? You can't when I feel like it, right? Comment below if you've ever just not felt like doing it and you just don't. Okay, that's okay. It's good to recognize it so that we can improve it. But you got to have the discipline over the motivation and be willing to do it when you don't feel like it, and then it will create that habit. And I promise you it gets easier. Okay. You got to also have a growth mindset. You have to believe that we can improve on things. We can acquire skills. We can develop, we can train, we can improve it, right? We not instead of saying, "Hey, I'm not good at this thing," we say, "I'm not good at this yet." Right? Don't defeat yourself before you begin. I've heard so many people say, "Well, I'm not good at being on camera." Okay, practice. Do it every day. Well, I'm not good at math. Practice. Get the basics down, right? Figure out what you have to do. I'm not good at creating content. I'm not good at AI. I'm not good at this. I'm not okay. Well, you're not good at it yet. But but let me ask you something. If you put in 10,000 hours, do you think you'd be good at whatever it is you're saying? I bet you are. I bet you improve to a really amazing level. So don't think in that negative turn. Just think it's just not something you're there yet. And we're always improving. So it's okay if we're not at our best or it's not the absolute, where we're going to be at the end, right? Because we're thinking long term. But just keep going and have that mindset that you are going to achieve it. Okay. Next thing too is this is one that, oh man, it's gonna be so helpful. Just focus on what you can control, right? Ignore the distractions. We focus on the effort, how's our attitude, and how we can prepare for something. Everything else is just noise. It's just distraction. Don't worry about that. We're gonna focus on what we control, and we're gonna put that time, effort, the attitude and prep and focus on that. Not everything else and reacting to everything else. We're just going forward. Okay, so and this is my favorite one that every coaching client of mine knows they've got to do this. I always write down what's your top three. You see it if you're in my Facebook group, you're gonna see that I write this down. What is your top three? I'm always these are the most important things to me. Whatever your top three things of the day are, if you're doing that, I think you're most of the time going to win, right? Probably at 90% of the time. Yeah, sometimes there's other things you got to do, but if you're focusing on that and doing that and achieving that every day, you're definitely going to, that's a really strong indicator that you're going to win that day, which over time wins the week, wins the year, wins, right? Wins the months. You just dominate. So make sure you're doing that. And then the other things too is take massive action, track the results and learn from the feedback, right? And then what I like to do is, you're setting goals and then reviewing at the end of the day and then planning your day for tomorrow. So I believe strongly, type below if these things help. Get in my free coaching group so that you can skill up. Get in my paid one if you're ready to really take some action and be accountable. And make sure you subscribe, like, comment. Every day I'm going to try to give something that's going to help improve you. And I promise you, if you do these things, you will improve. I know I have a lot to improve of, and I'm constantly pushing. Hopefully, these things are of value. Really, really appreciate you coming back, every day, and I will have something for you and something that can improve. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one.